Wow. Okay, we're on. We're live. This is a little bit scary, I'll tell you. I've never done this before. Wow, this is a bit overexposed. What's going on? I'm live streaming through my iPhone. I think it's probably going to be better quality than my laptop. Hey guys, Ollie, the tea guru here. It's cold. It's a bit nippy out there. Mrs. Guru brought home a lovely present. She brought home a lovely illness, which I've managed to keep off for a while. But this morning I woke up and I have succumbed to the pestilence. So I need to feel better. I need to sort of. I've had some tea already. It's not enough. I need more tea. So what do I drink when I'm feeling a bit under weather? I go straight for the poo. I don't know what it is about poo, but it lifts me up a bit. Hello people, welcome to the live stream. I don't know what it is about poo, but if I'm feeling ill, or if I've got a hangover, or even at the end of a drinking episode, and I have some poo, I feel a lot better. So that's what we're going to do today. Before I brew up this poo, I was drinking some. Can I show it to you like this? Just about. I'll tell you what. I'll do some manoeuvring. Can I turn? Yes, I can. I can turn it around. There we go. This is the last tiny little bit of Monku black tea, and this is a farewell to this one. It was a lovely black tea that we had in store for a while, but we won't be getting it in anymore. Nothing wrong with the tea. In fact, I wanted to try it because black tea changes over time very steadily. So over the course of its 5 years shelf life, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get worse. It just changes. So you can really enjoy a black tea at the beginning of its life. I'd say that once a black tea has been produced, you should really let it rest for at least 2 months to 3 months before you drink it, just because it needs to settle down a little bit. Some people do drink it before then. But what you'll notice with black tea is it does evolve over the course of 5 years. And then after about 5 years, it goes a little bit stale. But this is a really little number, this Monku, and it is the last little bit. It wasn't too expensive. It wasn't very smooth, but the flavour was it's got very robust for a black tea, not too robust, but it had some lovely flavours in it. I'm moving away from the current supplier of this. I'm just going my own way, but this really was a very nice tea. So people in the chat, feel free to hit me up, ask me questions. I'll be brewing up some tea. Hopefully I'll see it. I mean, I'm new to all this live stream stuff, so I'm not entirely sure how it works. 3 viewers, that's amazing. Chat viewing options. Some messages, such as potential spam, may not be visible. Well, I'm sure you guys aren't going to spam me, are you? What are you sick with? I don't know. It's just something that's going around, right? So, Mrs. Guru, oh my God, she's been knocked down. The glands are all sort of swollen up. Her head's hurting. She could hardly speak. It's not pretty. And to be honest, we kind of eat well. Especially Mrs. G. I mean, she's Hong Kongese, and they really take their eating very seriously and looking after themselves. Man flu, yes, you know, Peter. If she's got knocked down hard, can you imagine how I'm going to be in a day or two? Just non-operational, I'd have to suggest. So the black tea is gone. I am going to hit up. I mean, look, I've got a whole pu'er store behind me, shed loads, and you can see some that are out at the moment. If you watch loads here on the bed, millions. I've got 2 cases coming very, very soon. But if you saw the last episode, you see why that is. It's because I'm moving completely away now from plastic storage, and I really love the IKEA Detolfs. They are actually, what would you call these things? You know what I mean, big glass cabinets, basically. I bought 2 more, and we have to sort of move everything into these. It's going to happen very, very soon. These cakes have only been out for a couple of weeks. It's okay. I mean, they'll be in there very, very soon. Right, let me go and get some hot water. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Right. Move quickly for a point. Well, I am at the beginning. I know it's coming. You know, the headache's there. The sinuses are overreacting a little bit. And the headache I had this morning, you know, when you wake up and you get that sort of horrible sort of headache, you know it's on its way. But I will persist. Would I be able to do a live stream tomorrow the way I think it's going to go? No way. So let's get it done now. The Pu'er I've chosen is one from our range that we brought out recently. Pu'er question mark. I haven't tried this one for a good sort of 4 months. Pu'er question mark is from a disputed region in the forest somewhere between Laos and Iwu. The region is, you know, when you're navigating these paths through the jungle, and sometimes no paths, you really sometimes don't even know which country you're in. I've been told that more than likely this is Laos, but it's just not sure. The character is Laosi, if that's a word. So you got that's kind of exotic sort of flavour. What was that cake I had out before? There was one I had out. It was a gushu. It was that's it, the Laos gushu. I only had out loose. That was an absolutely banging tea, and because it was from Laos, it came at an amazing price point. So if you guys ever tried that, you were in a lot of luck. That's all gone, and I'd really ask people to give it a shot because prices are going up, and prices are going up everywhere. But unfortunately, after we sourced the Laos gushu for that year, the next year it went up. The price went up by 20%, and the taste wasn't as good. Just how annoying is that? So you got that kind of Laosy kind of exotic fruit kind of aroma. Very nice. Hit me up with some questions. Do you brew your Pu'er in clay pots? Not really. The reason being I don't really have the chance to do so. I've got one clay pot which I use for sheng, and that's it. But the problem with me is I spend most of my time trying out new teas to put on the website, and I need a vessel that's not going to hinge on me reviewing that particular tea. A clay pot, when seasoned well, will enhance a tea, but I really prefer Gaiwan's. The clay pot, when I've used it, has been nice. It's just been it's been rounding everything off, adding everything a little bit more. But when you're reviewing a tea and tasting it, as most of your clients will probably taste it, you need to really go for a Gaiwan, I think. Hit me up, more questions, guys. We are getting a lot of new stock in for ready for Christmas. We got, does oolong tea have the same benefits of pu'er? What benefits are you talking about? I suggest that I personally, people talk about cha chi from oolong. I've never experienced it myself, but then I haven't bought or tried very, very, very expensive oolong. So cha chi, pu'er, it's all like amino acids and like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I do know that pu'er Sheng has its own. I'm new to your channel. Where are you located? I'm located in the UK with worldwide shipping. So hit me up on the website for that. Yeah, so amino acids and stuff, I don't know. I do know that if you're interested in health benefits for oolong, you should look into GABA oolong. I've got some on the site. Taste is really interesting, sort of Christmassy and raisin-like. The processing has been done, not argon gas. It's not been prepared with oxygen. It's been prepared with, I don't know, nitrogen or something. I can't remember, but that really pushes out lots of benefits from oolong tea. The benefits for pu'er tea are different. I saw pop up on my feed recently a new medical report about pu'er Sheng, I believe, on the good things that it can do for the body. So I wouldn't say that one's better than the other. They're just different. But there's a whole host of research on the web on the internet if you want to have a look at that. So we've got a truckload of tea coming in. Lots of lots of new Sheng and Shu. This year we've had a lot of new oolongs on the website. I've got a couple more coming soon as well. Frankincense, if you're interested in aromas, I've just discovered a very good, I believe to be a very good new dealer over in Oman. So I'm going to give him a shot. He's sending me over some new raw green Hajari, which looks beautiful, and some yellow Hajari as well. There's a lot of guys who use my frankincense for medical purposes, and the quality needs to be high, right? So, I mean, the stuff I've got at the moment for the price is fine, but, you know, I'm looking for better stuff. I drink your oolongs. Started with pu'er direct from China, but gone off the smoky flavour. Yeah, I mean, the smoky flavour is something that was around, especially in the early days. You don't really get it these days. I mean, I don't know where you're getting your pu'er from, but okay, maybe you're going to get some smoky flavour from the big factories. Like Munghai, for example, Shaguan, it's just completely unavoidable. Big operations like that, when the tea's being processed and going through a factory, there's just this smoke is just there. Smaller brands used to have a lot of smoke in them, and that was probably down to, people say, the storage. A lot of times it was stored above someone's attic or something. If you're talking about older tea. People would cook, and the firewood would go up through the house, and the tea would get tainted with smoke. Not everyone disliked it. For me, I put up with it if it's from a factory, like Munghai or something. But is it something I particularly go for? Not really. So I'm surprised, you know, is it big factory stuff that that you're trying from China? I'm interested to know. A little bit milky, actually. I need more. Still looking out for your comments, guys. Close this door. Mrs. Guru's making a right racket. What else to talk about? I have a list of about. What are your thoughts on aged white teas? I love them. Something that's come to the forefront recently. Aged white teas. They you know, they've been around, but they haven't been pushed as much as the last sort of couple to 3 years. Aged white teas are beautiful. Who'd have thought that a white tea can produce an abundance of flavour like berries and red fruits? It's just nuts. My next move is to try your pu'er. What gushu do you have and recommend? Oh man, gushu. I mean, I've got gushu from different areas. I mean, if you want to go like ultra high price, I've just got in some Wangong, which is aged 2014, I think. 2013. What do I recommend? Depends how high you want to go. It depends how much you want to spend. The tippy top that I have at the moment is Wangong. Middle of the road. Okay. Middle of the road. I think anything from Iwu Mountain Tea, or it might be listed as YMT on the website, is uber good, and sometimes at a really good price. So, and they're not that expensive. I mean, it's proper gushu. There are places out there that say stuff is gushu and it's just mixed up. How much is Wangong? It's expensive, mate. There's no two ways about it. So the Wangong, 2013 Wangong. So you've got to pay for it to have been resting for a while. If I remember correctly, this 200 gram cake is around about £350. But it's from a super good region. So that's that. Wangong is good. It's Guangdong aged, so it's aged in southern China. If you don't know where Guangdong is, in Guangzhou, which is the main area. It's not natural store. Which of the incenses that you sell would you recommend for someone who loves spicy, woody notes in their aged? I missed that last bit. Oolong. Agarwood. I love agarwood. Agarwood is off the track really for the West. People haven't really known about it. A bit like pu'er. People haven't really known about agarwood for a while, maybe like 15 years. There's this guy called Ansor. If you look at him online, I mean, this guy, just like pu'er, okay? Agarwood could be cheap and agarwood could be so expensive. Agarwood is a beautiful resinous wood found in Asia. In fact, Hong Kong means fragrant harbour. Heng Gong. Heng is smell or aroma, and Gong is harbour. And it's called that because in the olden days, before everyone bloody chopped all the trees down and stole them, it was a place with an abundance of agarwood. Now, agarwood is a tree, a specific type of tree that has been, bugs have bored into it. Now, when the bugs bore into the tree, a fungus will usually set in, and the tree will then secrete this oil, resin, that will counteract the fungus taking over the tree, and it's that oil, that resin, which is so highly prized. Now, the cheaper agarwood that I have in store is cultivated agarwood. the expensive stuff is wild. There's nothing wrong with the cheaper stuff. It's just going to be more woody than oily and resinous. That's the difference. So, you know, you can go and you can buy a gram of agarwood and try it out for, what, £2.50 or something? That's what I recommend if you're looking for spicy, woody scent. And actually, if you're into aromas, I recommend anyone to discover agarwood and just give it a shot. You don't need anything specific to burn it. I just use it's a bit heathenous really, but I just use a lighter and I light the wood and it will set on fire, blow it out. And a bit like Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a good wood as well. More sort of, in fact, Palo Santo is related to frankincense, actually. Palo Santo is a wood from South America, used for thousands of years for shaman. You know, it's the holy wood. It's called holy wood. Palo Santo, holy wood. Very different to agarwood. Very sort of light and floral, opposed to spicy and deep, like agarwood is. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. When I see a question, I just jump straight into it, and apologies if I don't fully answer all your questions that come up. I'll try my best here. Yeah, so middle of the road. Pu'er, that was a great answer. Thank you. I'll try my best. No probs. Gushue, of course, Wanggong. Wanggong 2013 Wanggong is the tippy top, super uber, amazing, ultra Gushue we have in middle of the road. And I wouldn't calling it middle of the road is actually an insult because Iwu Mountain Tea do some very good Gushue indeed. But if you want to, and I'll give you my personal guarantee, if you want me to give you a full cake which is 100% Gushue with no filler, Iwu Mountain Tea every time. You will notice if you've tried Gushue from a lot of other places and it's been quite cheap, and then you try Gushue from Iwu Mountain Tea, it's like night and day. It really is, because there's a lot of Gushue out there that people say is 100% Gushue, and you know, once you've tried a lot of Gushue, you get the feeling that really there'll be some Gushue in there, but it's mixed up with some Dashu as well. Iwu Mountain Tea is very hard hitting usually. There's a lot of very good Cha-Chi, especially with their Gaoshan, for example. It's going to be very sweet. I always call it sugar puff taste. Like, you know, if you know sugar puffs cereal, it's just honey and sweet, lovely bit of Cha-Chi. Also, they do a very good shu as well, a ripe Gushue, which comes in at really a bargain price, to be honest. A blend of several Gushues from Iwu has been blended into this ripe Pu'er. That's what I recommend. But I mean, there are lots of Gushues on my site. Take a look. Realistically, if you're going to be buying Gushue, price wise, anything sub £20, even £20 is cheap these days per 100 grams. You know, £30 plus really. That's where it is price wise. It's in the window. Until more questions pop up, I'm just going to keep talking. So we've got a couple more cases coming ready for Christmas. 3 cases actually. 1 case full of loose tea, so we're going to get more oolongs in. A couple of new ones, and restocking on what we already have. I've got a case full of Guangzhou It is I'm calling it the Guangzhou variety box. So it's going to be a whole case, maybe 6 different teas. What is the storage like on the 2007 Little Secret Cake Hong Kong Dry Natural? So, Guruku, I really stick with I don't do Japanese tea, I'm afraid. There are a lot of sellers on eBay I've bought of them. Really, sorry, that was too quick. I'm going to see if I'm going to have a look there. Going back to Little Secret. Now, this dealer that I buy from, Leo, he somewhere between dry and natural. Okay, so his storage isn't in Central. He has a place outside, actually Yuen Long territory. That's where he stores his tea. Actually, that's where Catherine's family are from. It's not natural. It's drier than natural, but it's not like warehouse climatized. Okay, so the thing is, he hasn't had that cake since 2007. I think if you look at the story on the Little Secret, you'll see that a lady bought a whole truckload of tea and put it all together and said it's from, where did they say it's from? Iwu, but really you taste it, it's not all, maybe a little bit's from Iwu, but there's a lot of Munghai stuff going on in there as well. So yeah, a bit of a Franken cake. Just by the taste of it, you know it's not Iwu. It might have some in it, but anyway, storage wise, you're not going to be disappointed. It's not over the top. It's a good Hong Kong stored cake. Not too funky, so don't worry about that. Let's see if I can look at your comments. Chat viewing options. I don't know how to do it. Sorry, I'm trying my best. Top chat. Some messages such as potential spam. Chat viewing options. Live chat, all messages visible. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. There we go. There are a lot of sellers on eBay I've bought, and only really had one good cake. Name translation was Savage Valley. Savage Valley. Well, this is it, right? This is eBay for you. Not to say that every seller's a bad seller, but you know, there are probably some good sellers on eBay, but not the way I go for buying tea. You really need to search for reputable dealers. I know, more. Don't worry, Pio. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, we got a case, a parcel coming to me, a case full of loose tea, mainly oolongs, mainly stocking up on what I've already got in because I'm getting quite low on some stuff. For example, duck shit. I'm down to what, 50 grams? Really good. I mean, I love it when I bring in a new tea. I don't know how it's going to go. Of course, everyone knows duck shit, but you know, they might have tried it and thought, oh, I've done that. I'm not really interested. But I bring in a new type of oolong and everyone loves it. Do I sell Moonlight White? I don't, I'm afraid. I don't. The only whites I really sell are aged or aging white cakes. I sell a 2006 aged white Shumei. And I've got some other wild whites as well, which are very pure tasting. And the good thing I love about white teas is that they are very forgiving. You know, the fact that you can do 5 infusions and then just, you know, no bitterness, right? And then you can just take what's left in your Gaiwan and chuck it in a pan and boil it up, and just get an explosion of red fruits. Just great, and very low bitterness. I mean, it makes it so easy to deal with. In fact, I had an email a few months back from someone saying, "You're talking about all these red fruits and everything, but I can't get anything from it." And what I found out was she was brewing it like, what, 80C or something. You need to brew this stuff up. I prefer to brew it up 100%, 100C to get those flavours. Some people don't. Some people brew it sort of under, but you might not necessarily get those sweet, jammy red fruit and current flavours if you're gonna be brewing up lightly like that. So we got a case of oolongs come in, a couple of new ones. I've got a variety box of Guangzhou ripe and raw of various ages, generally between sort of 2 and 6 years old. Probably about 6 different types of pu'er tea. And I've got another one as well. I can't remember what it was. My wife drinks Moonlight White. Tried her on white and she won't have it. Tried her what? Tried to give her other white and she wouldn't have it. Fair enough. I mean, people are habitual, right? Some people, you find that tea, and that's it. They're set, and they don't even look at anything else. They don't think about anything else. It's that tea, and that's absolutely fine. I find that quite surprising in the tea world, though. I mean, you do get it, but I think most of us have a sweet shop mentality. I certainly do, and this is why I love my job, because my job, apart from talking to amazing people like you, is to try lots and lots of different teas, which I absolutely adore, and I think my customers are the same as well. I definitely see it in the buying habits. I definitely see that I get in, for example, a few kilos of this tea, and it all goes quick. And okay, that's a great tea. Everyone wants more of it, and I get the same in again, or double up, and it will go sometimes it will go very, very slow. Duck shit and some of the other Guangzhou oolongs, they just keep going, which is amazing. But I do find that I do believe people like to try this. That's lovely. I know where it is. Okay, I'm going to keep exploring, which, to be honest, is the beauty. I find that one of the amazing beauties of tea. So I'd always encourage people to keep exploring. This tea's going down very, very well. New people on I'm drinking. Oh, let's show you what I'm drinking, huh? Guru Gaiwan. I'm drinking the Pu'er ? There you go. Pu'er ? This is a Dashu offering from our website, and very good it is too. It's a borderline tea. This tea comes from, duck shit is a very good tea. This tea comes from somewhere between, I don't think there is a between, but somewhere around Laos and Yiwu, and my distributor says he doesn't know which country it actually comes from, because it's in the bush and it's very disorientating, so he's not too sure. Most likely Laos, but you can't be too sure sometimes, right? 8 viewers. This is going down really well. I'm sure when I finish this live stream, when I quit this live stream, there'll be an option to have it uploaded straight away onto YouTube, and I'm sure that'll be what I want to do. But the first time I've done a live stream, so I don't know. Some super news for you. It hasn't actually come through yet, but we are looking at having a rebranding, actually, of the Guru site. I'm talking to some branding guys. Sounds very interesting. They're going to help me with the cake wrappers for next season. They're looking at shaking up the website a little bit, making it a bit more fun, a little bit hipstery. Don't worry, I'm not going to sell out too much, but yeah, make it more interesting, make it more fun, because the website at the moment is it's all right. It's clean. It's all right. It's a bit uninspiring. I want to make it more funky and cool and a bit sort of edgy, maybe. That's me, a little bit edgy. Well, at least I think I am. Keep your comments coming, comments and questions. All duck shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm here for your comments and questions. Don't forget, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Amazing. I'm just going to grab some more water quick. Oh, I think I'm actually running out of things to say, so I need you guys to help me out. Feeling a lot better now after this Sheng. A bit better. Still poorly, remember? Still got the man flu. Hello, new viewer. How are you? Synergy. Hey, Synergy. My old mucker, my old codgy-do. How are you, sir? Great to see you on the live stream. Are you getting any new teaware in? Oh, teaware. Nothing on the cards yet, sir. Nothing on the cards yet. Now, the Guru Gaiwans that we have in, 2 different sizes, they've just flown out the door, and they've flown out the door partly because I get the price down. Because I like to do that. I like to see things fly out the door. So, any new teaware? Hey, thanks, Synergy. I hope you're doing well, sir. I really do. Any new teaware on the horizon? Not really. I mean, I haven't got over to Guangzhou for a while now. All this stuff going on in Hong Kong, it's just getting worse. Border's a bit funny at the moment. When I go to Guangzhou, what I traditionally do is I like to jump around all little shops and buy all the little knickknacks, and I might only have 5 of a certain teacup, and I'll put them on the website and all that, but I just can't get over there. So any new teaware? Not really. I mean, we had the travel Gaiwans that came in, and they've gone straight out the door. I have the bigger size Gaiwans, still not big enough for you. I know what you mean. These bigger Gaiwans are harder to source now, right? Those massive Gaiwans, I was into them for a while, and I've just... This is even small one. I something like this, you know, I'm happy with this because it's usually just me drinking. Those bigger Gaiwans are so nice to use. Problem is, they're so big, I break them so easily. So they don't last long. If it's not me breaking them on a tea table, it's my wife. Beautiful and lovely as she is, it won't take long for her to break things. A disaster recently. If you've kept track of videos I've done in the past and pictures I've taken with tea, my bamboo teacup, it was called Bamboo Forever. I had literally 3 of them that I found in Guangzhou. I brought back 3, kept one for myself and sold 2 of them. And the only one left, it lasted for what, 3 years? Broke, gone, dead. Honestly, a little piece of my heart just died that day when Mrs. Guru broke that teacup. Sounds like the missus for breaking things. Yeah. Well, look, I don't get my hands dirty in the kitchen, so you know, it's collateral damage, right? So no new teaware really, apart from the travel Gaiwans that I'm going to get in. Man, those travel Gaiwans are so cheap. They were on the site for under £5. They just shot out the door. Yeah, I mean, they went so quick. I'm going to get them in again. The Guru Gaiwan's going well. Anything else teaware? I need to get over to Guangzhou. Do you remember those little clay teapots that I had? Oh, speak of the devil, where is she? Thank you. You're not going to be in the live stream. Oh, Mrs. Guru. So shy. Yeah, those little clay teapots that I got in. You know, these little machine-made clay teapots. I, again, was pushing them out the door so cheap. $12.50, I think. Thing is, you need to go there. You need to... They'll show you 100 of these pots. And you need to pick the ones that you want to bring home, because you need to check them all, because some might have chips and, you know, they're cheap, so you need to make sure they're good. I can't just rely on someone to go out and pick them all for me and send them back, because I don't know what the hell I'm going to get. So when I can get out to Guangzhou, I'm going to be buying up a load of those teapots. Apart from that, on the teaware front, there's not much going on. Another look at what I'm drinking now, guys. Beautiful. It's a Dashu. We don't really know how old this is, but estimated around about average age of leaves, 60 to 70 years old. Absolute pleasure, this tea. I am a fan of the Laos teas. Have you thought about steeping tea leaves in vape juice? Oh, you really... You've seen that whole debacle over in the States, right? With the... no way, no chance. And I'll tell you why. It's because oil. You know, if there's any oil in these leaves and they go into the vape juice, you don't want that in your lungs. What is the shelf life for, you mean GABA oolong? I've had some for 12 months. Will it still be okay? I haven't had it in long enough to know. I think that the fact that it's been processed so heavily that means that it's going to have a long shelf life. In any case, I would try and keep it locked, Ziploc, or just closed if you can. But I don't think it's like a black tea, right, or a shoe. The processing has just been, honestly, with the GABA, the processing is just blitzed. It's a bit like a black tea. It's just super processed. It's not much more that can happen to that tea, I would suggest. So shelf life, I don't think you should worry about it. I don't think it's going to go stale anytime soon. It's not like a green tea where you want to drink it as soon as possible. So don't worry about GABA. It'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry too much. Don't worry too much. If it's sealed, that's probably a good thing. Then again, check, because if it's airtight sealed, I know that if you're going to airtight seal poo, for example, it can go mouldy. Bad things can happen. Oolong generally, it's fine, but just do a little sniff check, keep it locked up for, I don't know, 3 months or however long you want to keep it up. And just as soon as you open it, have a little smell. I'm sure it'll be fine. But the thing is with pu'er, if you keep it airtight, it's living, it's still alive. And one of my friends bought some poo off me, kept it airtight, went mouldy. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. Thank you, Synergy. Yeah, the smell test. So, Synergy, in fact, I'm pushing this out to all of you guys. What have you been drinking? What tea have you been drinking? I know, Synergy, you were into your Tiguan Yin, your Iron Goddess of Mercy. I know you bought a load of that off me years ago. Have you still got that? Actually, that's a question. Have you still got that from 5 years ago? And if so, does it taste any good? What are you guys drinking? Here's a story for you. I was in Hong Kong ages ago now, about 8 years ago or so, and Mrs. Guru's mum had a little sachet, the little vacuum sealed sachets of Tigun Yum. Correct, I still have that stash from you. Fond memories. I wonder what it tastes like. I really do. 8 years ago, I tried this sachet, a vacuum sealed sachet. It was just, if you like, natural storage in Hong Kong. Yeah, just left there. It was on the side. It's been there. I looked at the date. It's about 7 years old, right? And I thought I'd give it a shot. I had no other tea. So I brewed this up, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was in this vacuum sealed package, and it came out slightly dark. If I remember now, the taste, slight raisiny, just bloody amazing, actually. And this is just like middle of the road, Tigunyam, Taiguan Yin. But stored in this vacuum pack, who knows if there's any sort of, if there's still any moisture getting through the vacuum seal. Probably not. But amazing. 7 years in a vacuum seal pouch. Tasted bloody incredible. And the most annoying thing was I did 5 infusions, left it there, went out to town, came back. Catherine's mum had chucked it in the bin because she thought I'd done it. But no, I hadn't finished it. So tell me, guys, what are you drinking? Peter's wife likes Moonlight white tea. Side note, do you eat durian when in China? No, not in China, I don't. Durian I eat when I have been to Thailand, and you get it in Hong Kong. I mean, it's super expensive. Do you like durian? I do. It's nice. I won't have loads of it, but it's so creamy and a bit smelly. From Malaysia, though, I think durian originally. Do they do durian infused teas? Probably. Old Bush, honey orchid, duck shit, and another couple of oolongs I bought off you. Yes. You can't go wrong. I mean, that Old Bush. Yeah, it probably is good for you. It's got a lot of fat in it, though, so don't eat like a king and just have a whole bloody fruit to yourself. It's probably not going to be too good for you in that quantity. Oh, man, the Old Bush honey orchid. That's one of my favourite oolongs ever. In fact, that Old Bush honey orchid, and I've had honey orchids before, that Old Bush, the best I've ever tried. So good. So good. I mean, we've got some kick-ass oolongs in the store now, really. If you're into your oolongs and you haven't tried my stuff, I really, really recommend you to have a look, especially at the Guangdong oolongs, because they absolutely kick ass. There's no two ways about it. Good thing about what we do is, you know, we are small, and I'm not going to sort of get in loads of stuff and go. You prefer duck shit to Old Bush? Absolutely fine. You know, horses for courses. You know, if everyone loved the same thing, wouldn't it be a boring, boring world? You know, we're a small store, and I don't want to get in a whole, you know, everything under the sun and just put it in one store and say go and explore. We sort of do our work to do all the testing and tasting for you, and just make sure that everything in store is good. Yeah. Whereabouts in the world are you these days, Synergy? Have you moved since I last spoke to you? Any more questions, guys, or I'm going to wrap it up, I think. And I've got to say, this is good fun. I should have done this ages ago, these live streams. So I'll be doing it again soon. Give you guys another couple of minutes if there's no other questions. I'm probably going to wrap up. I've got about 8 ideas for tea table talk videos. There's a load of them. I don't really want to give away what they are right now. I've been putting them off because, yeah, have a look and get samples first to try them out. You know, don't obligate yourself to a whole cake because, you know, I'm sure you'll like it, but if you're gonna invest in a whole cake of something, just grab a sample first because it might not be your preference. Yeah, so I'm holding off doing these tea table talks because I'm looking at this really cool, nifty new piece of equipment called an Osmo Pocket. Osmo Pocket's amazing. It's tiny. It's about not that big, and it's got a gimbal on the end. 4K. When in London, can I just stop by and pick up? Yes, you can. I don't have a store, so I basically the storeroom is our second bedroom, if you like. You can come and visit me in Guildford, which is about 30 miles down a train track outside of London. You can come and see what we do. Maybe try some tea or something. And pick up, just if you want to pick up, I can meet you at the train station. I've done it before for a few people, so not a problem. The Osmo Pocket looks incredible, 4K, 60 frames a second, really nice. But I love live streams too. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are doing it now, and I thought I'd give it a shot. It's Saturday. We've got some people around who might be milling about and not knowing what to do with their day. And I know that I just want to drink some tea and have a nice chat. So, yeah, cool. I'll be doing it again at some point. Yeah, so the Osmo Pocket, I mean, this is just from an iPhone. It's okay, not good enough really. I think if I'm going to be doing more live streams, it's going to be from this. But if I'm going to be doing my tea table talk videos, I want to get this piece of equipment. It's going to look great. Great live stream. Looking forward to next. See you, Peter. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'll give it another minute. If there's no more questions, I'm probably going to wrap up. But absolute pleasure talking to you guys. Can't tell you when the next one's going to be because I'm kind of an ad hoc guy. If I feel like doing something, I'll just do it. And if I don't, probably won't. So it's just a case of as and when. All right, I think no more questions. All right, well, I bid you good day, people. And of course, happy cupping. See you soon.